Hello crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with this month's Kit Club, Christmas in July. It's that time. Yes, I still have all the summer decorations up, but it is Christmas in July. This is when we get started with all the Christmas crafts. Let's say you have to make 50 cards, 100 cards. This is the time of year to start those projects, especially the large projects for all your friends and family, everyone. Also, crafters, this month will also be some fabulous new release, Christmas in July release. So definitely come back to my channel to see all the goodies. And please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. Also, crafters, Spellbinders has their latest steals and deals. It's the past club sale. You have to check that out. I will link my video here, and I will put a link below in the description box. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into this month's Kit Club with all the cuteness. Let's get started. Here are all the clubs. If you decide to get the all clubs crate, which will include all these clubs, these are your two bonus. There is a crate exclusive, which is called Candy Cane Swing. This is a fabulous large die set. You get a snowman or a little penguin that swings on a candy cane. Anything can swing on this candy cane. That's the interactive element right there, that you can make this swing if you wish. I chose to not make mine swing, but you can do that. And this fabulous large bow. Then the other bonus die is the Merry Bear die. This little cutie patootie gave me my mojo and inspiration to complete all my cards. I took a little time off just to get my mojo back. I think I was just too excited by Christmas in July, bombarded by so many different ideas. And then when I made my first card, I was like, oh, I don't like you. So then I went back and made it again. And I just was like, why wasn't the first card like, wow? So I wasn't mixing, matching, and playing. I wasn't playing. I was overthinking. That's what I was doing. This hot foil roll is for the better press of the month, which is press and foil. It's silver. So I love matte silver, but silver is fun too, has a nice little shine to it. Let's look at these two exclusives first. Crafters, if you are shopping this past club sale, for current Kit Club members, you're getting an additional 25% off added on to the discounted past Kit Club. Yay! First up, let's talk about the card that brought my mojo back. And what really brought it back? Indigo cardstock, color wheel cardstock for the little bow. So this little bear comes together so easy. There is a diagram for it. To find this diagram, you're going to go on the All Clubs Crate page, scroll through all the photographs, and you'll see this one. You'll also see this exclusive with the candy cane swing. This little bear, look how adorable this is. I did a little bit of ink blending. This is all color wheel cardstock. What I'm using out here is Cascade, Indigo, Indigo again, Indigo here. And for the bear, I'm coming into fawn. Once I did this in navy, and I was so tempted to go with pink, what I always would go with, or red. I thought, wow, that navy looks so nice against the brown. And then I decided to have some fun. Now, there is a hot foil roll that Spellbinders carried for a very short time. I think there might have been something wrong with the roll, so Spellbinders retired it, or maybe it just didn't sell. I only have like 1 or 2 rolls of it. It is a gorgeous roll. I only bring it out once in a blue moon. It is a long retired. It's called Navy. Beautiful color. So it's a navy blue. I used it here and here. And when I say retired, I'm talking years ago. So this is something you probably can't find unless you're going to look on eBay or something like that. I'm using the better press of the month, which is called Festive Forest. So I used it here in the background against Cascade. I think it's gorgeous together. Comes with 3 sentiments with coordinating die. So from this little bear with that little bow, so adorable. Let me give you a measurement on him fully assembled. 2 inches tall, 1.5 inch wide. So cute. So then I shopped my stash when my mojo came back from the cute little bear and his bow. For the detail down here, I'm coming into my collection, the Beautiful Wreath collection. I'm using Build-A-Wreath for the pine. In this die set, you're going to get this style of pine, that as well. There's twigs. I could have done twigs too, a bow, and some flowers. This is the starting die set from the Beautiful Wreath collection. Also, I use Christmas Wreath add-on. That has the poinsettia. This little poinsettia is what I use here in white cardstock. And then I came on with some onyx gems here in the center. There's also a larger poinsettia, a Christmas tree. I thought about the Christmas tree too. That could have been a good sizing for this. A snowman, snowflakes, season's greetings, the sentiment, the bow, and an ornament. I did use the ornament too. Yay, thumbs up for that. Reasons why I went with a small sentiment and just a little accent. I was certainly enjoying this background. This festive forest here, look how pretty that is. I could have gone larger. I did bring out some other foundation dyes. It was just too much. For this foundation dye, these 2 layers, I'm coming into the Scallop and Stitch Edge Ovals. Put it in your wish list if you don't own it already. It goes on sale from time to time. So does Christmas Wreath Add-on, and so does Builder Wreath, okay? So I'm using these 2 layers here, not out here, not out here, these 2 layers. The largest die here is 5 inches tall, 3 3/4 of an inch wide. So you always see me using this scallop detail. This time I'm using it just as oval layers. Then out here, I'm coming into precision layering, A2 sets A, but there's also set B. 16 dies in each set. Largest die in set A is your A2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 inch. What you see me using out here, cutting that beautiful background. Largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter. When you go between the two, you get very tight layers. This is another fun foundation die that you can put in your wish list. Goes on sale from time to time. Adore this set. So I use all these goodies from my stash, along with this little bear and that better press to make this card, which I think is fabulous for a boy's card or just someone young at heart. You could change up the whole thing. Change this to red and have a whole story going on. I like the monochromatic elements in here, and I like that I use a white poinsettia to go with the white here. I thought about having a pop of red. I decided not to, but you can change it up too if you love this. Next up is the All Clubs Crate exclusive Candy Cane Swing. Look at the little penguin. Here I'm using Cascade and one shade up from Cascade. I'll put the name here on the screen. This is Color Wheel cardstock as well. If you want to see a lot of Color Wheel cardstock, let me link my video here where I show you all 48 colors in sunlight, where you can see full-size sheets of what the colors are in case you want to pick up a pack or two. I think this shade of blue is great for the holidays. So fun. Almost 2 inches tall, 1 1/2 inch wide. So it's about the same size as the bear. Look at the swinging candy cane. You layer this on top of that, and then look at the bow. Look how it layers up so nicely. This can be used on its own. Here I'm bringing on Treasured cardstock. That has been on sale recently too. Treasured cardstock is Spellbinders assorted pack of specialty cardstock. 8 1/2 by 11 inch, 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets of each. You get glitter metallic, what you see here, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, and pearl. In here, I'm using, I believe, the brush metallic or the matte. Then in the background here, I'm bringing on the 3D embossing folder of the month, Festive Greetings. This is 5 1/2 inch wide, 8 1/2 inch tall. You would use universal plate system for this. This is so much fun. I love this. This would be great for cards for younger folks and also mass producing cards. Like you could make a lot of standard cards with this. Just have this and a sentiment and you're done. Just keep it moving with this one. So fun. For the sentiment, May Christmas Sparkle Around You, I'm coming in with the clear Stampin' Die of the month, Cue the Merry. So you get a lot of fun sentiments here. You even get some snowflakes. And it comes with all the coordinating dies to match everything. Fantastic. Look how pretty it is. Here I have a heat embossed. Now to create my card, I'm using the nested postage labels and tag die. Put this one in your wish list if you don't own it already. It is great for all your holiday cards, especially when you're going to post something to put it on a postage detail. Fun. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5 1/2 inch. It does have a matting layer with stitch detail, then another set and another set and another set. And then it comes into this fun tag with this little stamp too. I could have used a stamp here if I wanted, just to have fun with it. I made this first. I didn't want to die cut it with this on here. It would flatten out all the sentiments. Measuring this and then cutting it down. And then I cut a second layer in the back and I put a 1/2 inch score line, glued the tops together, and look how it's so seamless. And then it stands up like so for a top folding A2 card. Isn't that fun? So what do you think of these two bonuses? I think these bonuses are fabulous. Another winning All Clubs Crate goodness. This might sell out just like last month. Last month with the Hula Girl? Thumbs up again for that one. Crafters, I'm editing the video right now. There is a viewer who left a comment asking if she can get that Hula Girl die set, the bonus die set from last month's Kit Club. She will pay full price and shipping for it. If you are interested, leave a comment below. I told her that I would mention it. She will read the comments over the next couple of videos, and then you guys can go from there with direct messaging and all that goodness, okay? So there is a viewer who is looking for the Hula Girl, the bonus from last month's Kit Club. Continuing the fun of this month's Christmas in July Kit Club is the large die of the month, Merry Shuffle, where you have Santa and an elf, Christmas tree, interactive elements so both of their legs can swing, and also Snow Much Fun dies. This is a small die of the month. 2 styles of penguin. One is sliding down on a hill and then the other one is skiing. And you can have them with the little scarf on. There is a sentiment, let it snow, and some little snowflakes. And I love the hill element. This is 4 1/4 inch, okay? Here you see how to put together the 2 styles of the penguin. So this is both the same exact penguin in 2 different colors. This is the one that's sliding down the hill. The only thing different here is that one has on the skis and this one doesn't. But it looks different because of the angle that this one is coming in at and how this one is just standing there and this one is skiing by to say hi. There is that hill feature. So I use both of these to cut Spellbinders pop-up glitter foam in white. This is also 10 sheets in a pack, 8.5 by 11. Love it as snow, hill. It could even cut a small thing like this. It could even cut that sentiment too. It works for intricate dies. It's fabulous. So this is a great one to have for all your holiday crafting. And for the tops here, I do have the same purple here, but because I use my favorite glossy accent, I did a big dollop on each one of them to top it with. I could have also used it here too on the scarf. Love, 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 love. In the background, I did bring on my cloud stencil. For the sentiment, Warm Winter Wishes, I'm using Merry Messages, press plate and die. This is a fun one to add to your holiday wish list. This goes on sale from time to time. Fabulous set. You get 5 sentiments. Each sentiment has a different font. They read Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings, Joyful Noel, Warm Winter Wishes, and Merry and Bright. You press or glimmer, die cut once. Here I have it glimmered out on black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll. So the silver will look shinier than that, okay? And then in the background, to cut out this background, I'm using the largest die from Precision Layering A2, set A. What do you guys think? And I also use it to cut out around here, these layers for the snowbanks too, the outer edges. So fun. So this is the small die of the month. These layer up so easy and just so cute. I love the playfulness of it. Up next, this is the large die of the month. This is the card that made me put down Kit Club for like a few days and just regain my composure. I don't like this card, but I'm going to show you. This was the first card I made, and I was just like, what's wrong? Why do I not like it? I was going for the pastel pinky colors with Santa, but I just put it together and I was like, oh, I really don't like this card. So this is the Merry Shuffle. I decided not to use the elf. I just used Santa only. And here is the beautiful tree. So you cut out this one once and then this one twice and you stack it up to fit on an A2. Here I did this little treatment here. I'm using the silver treasured cardstock for this. And I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I thought, it's okay. I did these two and I was just like, okay, let me finish the card and see if I can bring something out of it. For the background, instead of bringing in the cloudy sky, even Starshine couldn't fix it. I love Starshine background. This is a fabulous die. This one is on super clearance. Definitely check this one out before it retires completely. This is a A2 cover plate die. Here I dry embossed it with, I believe, Windy color wheel cardstock. And then for the sentiment, Sending Joy, I'm coming into Sending Joy Sentiments Press Plate and Die. This is another fabulous holiday better press set that is just such a winner. It and this Merry Messages. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Every year you can pull this out and just have tons of fun. A little bit larger sizing. Love the font detail. It's large and small at the same time. Fabulous. So you get 4 sentiments. Sending Joy, Season's Greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Press or glimmer. Here you see it again. Glimmered black cardstock with matte silver hot foil roll. And then die cut it out. So fabulous. Love this one too. I was so happy to bring these all out and start playing with all these sets again. With Santa, I'm using Pink Sand Essential Cardstock, Spellbinders older cardstock. You could also use blush. It would be a different shade of pink. And then here I'm using Dahlia Color Wheel cardstock, okay? And for Santa's hat and his trim, I'm using Treasured cardstock in white, okay? For the skin tone, I'm coming into that Concord and 9th skin tone pack. The tree, I'm using Mint Color Wheel cardstock. So after I got my mojo back, and the mojo came when I made this card. After this card, then I finished out the whole Kit Club. But this, look at them. It's like night and day. So I decided I wanted to do the large die of the month again. And I made this card. This is a A6 card, which is 4.5, but I really have it as 4 3/8 of an inch by 6 1/4 inch. I decided again that I didn't want to use the elf. I was just going with my gut, and my gut was like, focus on Santa. So now Santa is in his traditional colors. The snow is definitely treasured cardstock, mirror metallic. Normally, I would use the pop-up glitter foam, but I didn't want the glitter this time. I changed my mind, but I'm going to show you some examples of this little chimney because I definitely brought up this fun little die set, shopping my stash. Before I remove this Santa, let me show you something real quick. You see the nose? That's a standard nose, but I like this nose. That nose is also in here. So I die cut this whole thing out with the cardstock, and I thought, you know what? Let me go with the little button nose. So you have a choice too with the nose. This is shown on the diagram, so I just went with the diagram the first time, but the second time, I was like, no, I'm going to change it up. There is Santa's face. See the nose right there? But when you put the mustache over it, you don't have to go with that whole full size of nose if you want to go just a little button nose. Mix, match, play. That's what I'm really trying to say. All right. Okay, now let's look at it further. How did I go from this to this? First, I brought in the chimney caper die. So love this one. I just love to have this whole little chimney and then something tucking in it or something on the outside of it. I was thinking about putting the elf there, but then I thought, no, you want to do Santa. Don't do the elf, just do Santa. But I could make a second card and have the elf too waving high. Even though this die has Santa turned upside down with his legs standing out going down the chimney, I decided to have him up here just waving. I think this is really cute for Let the Merry Begin. This is from the Better Press of the Month, the next sentiment. Here is the chimney caper as intended. Both times I'm using the pop-up glitter foam in white. You could imagine this here if you wish, but I kind of like it like this too with the shine. Mix, match, play. But I do love it with the gray. And I like this version better than this. You cut this solid piece in the darker cardstock and then you use the drop-in for your lighter color cardstock, okay? This is a by far winner, goes on sale from time to time. I did talk about this in a recent Steals and Deals. Put this one in your wish list if you don't own it already. One more example of it is this one, and this little guy is on sale. This is Peppermint Prancer. Look at these two fun cards. So you could have this one, and if you have this set, that's fun too. I'm using the lights because both of his hands are here and he's holding the lights, but the lights come from the Yuletide Ride die. Seeing that I just mentioned it, I'll put a link below for it. Crafters, I'm detailing and linking everything I'm talking about. That's the set with the little car. That's where the light comes from. But isn't that fun too? Look at these two together. So if you have this one, you have this set, bring it into this month's Kit Club. Thumbs up. Love, 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 love. So I was absolutely inspired. And then, crafters, let's talk about my night sky. I adore this night sky. This is with Cascade color wheel cardstock in the back. My cloud stencil. I'm using the Lawn Fawn Slimline Cloud Stencil. I'll put a link for that below. It sells out though quickly. So if it's in stock, get it before it's gone again. And then I came on with some dark navy blue ink. I was tempted to use black ink. That would have darkened it up even more, but I think it's great like this. Isn't this fun? I'm loving this for a night sky. Let me show you a graphic here without all of this going on and the snow. Look at it by itself. I was like, oh, that's something that I'm going to have to definitely jot down what I used. I'm using this Lawn Fawn stencil, which is called Slimline Cloudy Stencil. Love, 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 love. It has a bouncy cloud, what you see here, and then a more quieter cloud. Still has bounce, but not as bouncy. I love the bouncy one. And then this is the set that I'm using. Nimbus and Dark Night will give you this. Thumbs up. And I'm also using my large Spellbinders blending brush with that stencil to do all this blending. I do have a video. It will be a Halloween video with a green sky, but I'll link it here if you want to see how I achieve this type of styling where it's highlighted up here and then darker down here. It would be even more contrast if I brought on the black, but with the blue, I'm thinking it works just fine. And I love to start off with cardstock, with color cardstock instead of white cardstock. It would take me forever to blend it to this. Plus, I would have so much pain in my wrist. So I like to start off with something like a light blue base, but this time I did a middle blue base and then blend it on. So Dark Night and Nimbus is what got this. Love, love, love. And this beauty right here. So super fun. So what do you think of card number 2 as opposed to card number 1? So I'm kind of glad this didn't work out. It gave me time to get over overthinking it and then just having fun, because I was like, I need to put out this Kit Club video. So fun, but love this set. This just brought it to life and told more of a story too. Love that. Next up, crafters, is the Stitch Die of the Month, Sweater Weather Friend. Do I have to say that I love this? Did I give you a measurement on Santa? I absolutely did not. Let me give you a measurement real quick. 4 inches tall by 2¼ inch wide. For the reindeer completed, 4 3/4 inch tall by 2 3/4 inch wide, okay? Super duper fun. This is Forest Essential cardstock, Spellbinders older cardstock for the green. And then out here, this shade of green, that is Basil cardstock. So I'm using like different kinds of cardstock. I was shopping the stash. Even down to the cardstock, I was shopping my stash. So super duper cute. You can have your reindeer holding a mug or a present, and it layers up just like this. I didn't do the stitching. You can choose to stitch or not. I decided not to, but I do have the detail here. I did stitch this, but this is a drop-in, so you could just have this solid and no stitching up here for the face. This is stitching or not. Depends on how much time you have, or if you don't stitch at all, you aren't interested in stitching, you can still use this set and have lots of fun. You could come in with your Copic markers and do stripes if you wish. You could just have it solid, and just this is just all texture too. Or use pattern paper here for these 2 bits, and there too if you wanted to change it up even more. Mix, match, play, even with the cardstock, pattern paper, and more. This is the bit to layer up his face. That's his nose. So his nose has a shine on it, kind of like Rudolph. Glossy accent. I think that's just the finishing touch. It was perfect. It was looking flat before, but once I changed it to that shine, I think it tied in the whole thing together. Now, he is large, but then at the same time small. I had 2 options I was going to work with. Either Essential Modern Ovals has been going on sale from time to time. That's a set I was considering, but I decided to come in with this one, which I'm so glad I did. Nested Tree Frame Dies. This one has been on sale a lot lately. Largest die is 3.5 by 4.5 inch tall. So super cute. Look at the detail. Now, I did something different. Normally when I have this background, I will punch out all those small circles. When I die cut it, these were staying in place. So I decided to leave it like that. So this is the first time where I changed the look of the die by just using the large circles and then keep the small circle in there. So that's another option too. You don't always have to follow what the die does. Change it up. So this is an option, that's an option. And then for the next layer, I came in monochromatic, same color, this one, and then built him up. Now he is a little bit taller because of his antlers. If he didn't have the antlers on, you could have it like this if you wish. I came into this one here. So there is 3 matting layers. Is that matting layer? This is popped up off of this. All of this is popped up off of this. So this is super popped up, the sentiment below. Winner. I'm telling you, this one, you can use it by itself to make an ornament. You can use it for scrapbooking, put a photograph inside here, and then have this as a frame for a photograph on your scrapbooking, mini albums, and more. And this, winner. I think this is cute for anyone. And I love the expression on the face. So fun. For the background here, I'm using the 2D embossing folder of the month, Snugly Knit. 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. So pretty. And I'm using the texture side of Basil cardstock, and I think it still works well. Like I can see the texture plus this texture. It's like a sweater, but also like hearts at the same time. Very, very fun. This is a masculine card. You can change up the colorway and turn it feminine. This color here, which draws it back into masculine, is Oceanside color wheel cardstock. I decided I want him wearing white and then this deep teal colorway. So fun. For the sentiment, hope your holiday is trimmed with joy. Coming into the clear stamp and die of the month. Love, 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 love. What do you guys think of this card? Are you loving the shades of green here? This is Fawn and Acorn color wheel cardstock with no ink blending. And lastly, crafters, this is the stencil of the month. I was still keeping it in the blue. So if you notice that there's a lot of blue going on here, the blue got my mojo back, so I just went with it. The only thing that changed was the stitch die of the month with the green, but still influenced by like a teal turquoisey bluish The stencil of the month is called Holiday Harmony Stencils. It's a 5-count stencil that will make something looking like this. I love all the circles and all the detail. I am using this quad from Altenew, which starts off with Polar Bear and ends with Arctic Mountain. So Altenew will sell it like this as a 4-set, as a quad, okay? They'll also sell the large size too as a quad. So this is different than what you saw here. See the shade difference? Altenew has a lot of ink. I mean, wow. If you're thinking, well, if it's 5 stencils and you use a quad, how did you get the 5th color? What I did was on this one, which is the 2nd color, I used this one layer, came on again with it, and that made it darker. Then I went to the next color in it. You see what I mean? So what I created by using this twice, it didn't go to this, it went like an in-between color. Am I making sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. I used the lighter colors on the circles first. I went with the order of the stencil, 1 to 5. All these little details with the stars and the hearts and the little diamonds, that is the darkest color, which would be this one, Arctic Mountain, okay? But I like this colorway. Then after I was done, I was like, what am I going to do with it? At first, I was going to use precision layering, the largest die. But then I thought, no, I wanted to layer it up. So I came in with this beauty, which has been on sale a lot lately. Linear Touch Rectangles and Tag Die. Largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch with this beautiful detail. It comes with this matting layer, which is what I cut this out with, then another set and another set, and then a tag. So it's 7 dies in total. If you put these two together, you will get a frame, but I decided to have it as a back layer, and then this popped up off of this. When I was done with it, then I thought, I want to work with the circles, and these circles are reminding me of an ornament. I have a fabulous ornament, and this die was already out because I had used it on the previous card, which is this little cutie patootie right here. So I'm using the Christmas wreath add-on, my ornament, which also has this detail. At first I was going to use this small layer here, but then I thought, you know what would be fun? See, I was playing. I brought out emerald cut labels and tag die. Have I ever mixed these two together? No, but I think they go together quite nicely. I'm using Linear Touch and its cousin, emerald cut label. You see the same stitch detail? Largest die is an A2 as well, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes with a matting layer, which I did not use here. And then another set and another set and a tag, so 7 dies as well. I'm using the smallest one in here in white. Then I pop this up. At first, I did cut this outer layer, and I was going to do this with that, but it didn't look right. And I really wanted to see what's going on with that stencil, so I didn't want to have too much of this taken up. Just like this one, I didn't want too much of this beautiful background taken up either. So you have to look at the sizing of what you're working with. And that's why I came into this small one and then pop my little ornament. Now for my ornament, I'm coming into all of these blue color wheel cardstock. I'll put the colors here on the screen because I know this is indigo, that's Cascade, but I can't remember this one. I'm just blanking out on it. But I think that is fun. And then up here, I'm using Silver Treasure cardstock. And then the sentiment from the Better Press of the Month, which is the right sizing, fits right in here. Make it memorable. What do you guys think of this blue and white card? I think this is so fun. I also thought about doing it in navy, but it was too much blue on blue on blue. Even though this is blue on blue on blue. But I didn't want to do it that way. I like the break of the white. For some reason, what's happening here lent itself better to white than if I had kept it monochromatic and bringing in the indigo here. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. Alrighty, crafters, that is it. What do you think of my 7 cards? And do you think that me taking a little bit of break just to get my mojo back and to stop overthinking and to play, sometimes you just have to step aside for a second and just let it go. Really and truly, just let it go and just enjoy the moment. I just got too excited for Christmas in July, and then it was like, wah wah. And so after the wah wah, I had fun. Lots of it. And now I feel even more energized to continue making lots of fabulous cards. Come back to my channel to see so much goodness for Christmas in July from now going into the end of the year, because I'm going to be having fun with fall. Definitely going to be having fun with Halloween. I can't wait for Halloween, crafters. If there's 2 times a year I love Halloween crafting and Christmas crafting. I also love Easter too, but that Halloween and Christmas gets me every time. Fall crafting is something in more recent years that I've grown to love, but I never used to love it when I first started crafting. But the fall colors, that's good too. It's not the same as Halloween and Christmas for me. Every time it's Halloween and Christmas, I could just sit here just going, but I had to stop to make this video. Crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you can see the vision, and I hope you see how one little choice in bow, the little indigo color wheel cardstock, inspired a lot of these cards. And this too, look at that background. So love. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, enjoy this month's Kit Club. Enjoy the past Kit Club sale. Have fun, crafters. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye!